What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm having a look at some films that I really enjoy that is rated U by the BBFC in the UK. Just picked out a few random movies that I really enjoy. I've kind of kept away from the obvious picks and pick ones that, you know, go down memory lane and actually be nostalgic about. So let's get onto the first pick, shall we? So my first pick is The Land Before Time. This is a wonderful animated film from the 1980s that I actually love so much. It's a Don Bluth film as well. I think for me it's probably the film I know the most from him. And yeah, I absolutely love this film. I think it's fantastic. As an adult, we were watching it with my nephew recently. I think it's quite scary in places, very emotional in places as well. When Littlefoot loses his mum, it's just heart-wrenching. The film is fantastic. It's great. I love all the characters. They're really fun. It's just a really cool little children's film with dinosaurs. Really great animation for the time. The Land Before Time. Next up we have a fairly recent one, and that would be the Lego Batman movie. What can I say about this movie? I really find this a lot of fun with this. I saw this in the cinema when it came out. I had a blast with this film. It really does take the mick out of Batman and it's glorious. I love how this film kind of takes this concept of Batman is this selfish person that cares about Batman, and he's got no one else to care about, and it kind of builds on that typical kind of, like, you know, he actually finds people to care about, and it's a really kind of like a heartwarming movie. The references to previous Batman things is just hilarious, and I get a lot of fun out of this movie. The animation is fantastic. They've actually made it so it kind of looks like it's stop motion when it really isn't. It's CGI effects, but it's a really good, just all out fun kids Batman film that I think a lot of families could really have a good time with. I couldn't find anything not too generic to put on this list because I don't really watch many U films, so this had to be on here just for the fact that it fills a gap, I suppose. That would be Toy Story 3. This happens to be my favourite Toy Story movie. I love this film. I think it's so just wonderfully heartfelt and just great. I love the whole idea of the toys being kind of like packed away and sent to this like nursery, kids nursery of sorts, and it becomes like just a hell, you know, nightmare for these toys. I do love where the story ends here. I think it's such a heartwarming kind of ending. Everyone probably can relate to that ending when you've gotten to an age where you no longer need toys and you pass them on to someone else who will enjoy them. But yeah, Toy Story 3 is absolutely great. Next up is a blast from the past. That is Charlotte's Web. I remember just growing up reading the book as a kid and watching the animated film that came before this. I got a lot of nostalgia for that animated movie, so when this came out I had to check it out just through like childish nostalgia in general, like childhood nostalgia. It's an easy to watch kind of family movie, really entertaining, really cool. All the voice work is great. It's just a really heartwarming movie, and if you know the story of Charlotte's Web, it's generally just a kind of like a feel-good movie as well. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this one, and yeah, it's a good family film. So yeah, Charlotte's Web. Next up is a pretty big deal for me in terms of childhood movie. I used to watch this all the time as a kid, and that is Free Willy. I've not seen this for a long time. I don't think I've rewatched this as an adult yet, so that'd be interesting to rewatch. But this film was quite a fun little movie as a kid. I really enjoyed the story of them trying to basically get Willy back to his family and into the open oceans and out of captivity. I thought it was a very engrossing, engaging movie. And yeah, I don't know how it holds up as an adult, but I just remember just being enthralled by this film as a kid. But yeah, this is a good little family film. Great cast in it as well. And yeah, Free Willy. Next up is definitely one of my favourite Disney movies as a kid, live action anyway, and that would be Homeward Bound. I can't put into words how many times I've watched this film as a kid. I just think this is an enthralling, heartwarming adventure film with these pets thinking they're abandoned by their owners, and they decide to make this massive trek across country to go back home. It's got some great voice talent from like Michael J. Fox, for example. Yeah, really good adventure movie with these pets. And I think it still kind of holds up today. I think it's still entertaining and still a quite great little film by Disney. I love it. There is an older version of this movie called The Incredible Journey from the 60s, which I've not watched yet, but I do own. My mum's got it on her Disney collection. But this one from the 90s, I just absolutely adore. Homeward Bound. That is it, guys. That is my little picks for movies I kind of really enjoyed that I rated U by the BBFC. I do have other videos coming that are going to go through the other age ratings for movies, so looking forward to those. I'm trying to pick out movies that are not the usual suspects when it comes to those kind of ratings, so look forward to that, those videos. And as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. As always, guys, I have been Jason, and I will see you next time.